Hello people, I'm the Real Comic Book Gamer, and it was just confirmed by Geoff Johns himself that Joe Manganiello is going to be playing Deathstroke, and also he is going to be the main villain in the Batman solo movie. Now, this was on the Wall Street Journal, which is not exactly a rumor mill or anything like that. Also, Joe Manganiello himself retweeted the article, and yeah, it's confirming that Joe Manganiello is in fact Deathstroke, which a lot of people thought he was because of the fact that there were sightings of him apparently following around Zack Snyder in London, which is where Justice League's shooting right now. And yeah, so now we know he is in fact the villain of the Batman movie, and he is actually Deathstroke. Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke. I think that's awesome. I think it's great casting. He definitely looks the part. The dude's huge. He's always shredded, so he's gonna be even bigger for Deathstroke. So yeah, I'm excited. He's definitely going to be a very formidable foe. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here because, man, I really hope they give him I really hope they properly do Deathstroke in this movie because Joe Manganiello is really good casting for the character. Now, what the article exactly says is Batman will face comic book villain Deathstroke, played by True Blood star Joe Manganiello in Ben Affleck's first solo movie playing The Dark Knight. And then later goes on to say that Geoff Johns declined to comment on whether Deathstroke has a cameo in Justice League or not. So we don't know if he's going to be in Justice League. I feel like if he wasn't, Geoff Johns would have just been like, nah, he's not in it. I don't see any reason for him to be like, oh, I declined comment, and it turns out he's not in it. That doesn't make sense. Also, since they already have footage of Deathstroke in the Batman movie's not shooting right now, it makes sense. This is what I thought when they first announced Deathstroke, as in when they first released that video, when Ben Affleck first released that video on Twitter. My whole thing was I believe that they're just trying to set him up for the Batman solo movie, so we'll get a little tease, a little cameo of him in Justice League just to set up the solo Batman movie. So at least that's what I think they're going to do, and I'm excited, man. I'm so happy they cast him because some of the DCEU casting's been I love Henry Cavill as Superman. I think Ben Affleck is a great Batman, but some of the other Justice League casting I'm a little iffy on. I'm still kind of in the middle about Jason Momoa's Aquaman because I think it's kind of stupid that they're like, hey, we got to make Aquaman this big buff islander that's also like an alcoholic because, you know, adapting Aquaman to screen, he's not cool enough. We can't do that. Like looking in the face of Aquaman fans and being like, your character's not cool enough to adapt to screen. You know, we can't have him in his primary actual, you know, green and orange colors. We can't have him with the blonde hair. No, that's lame. People think he's a sissy. We got to make him this guy, make him look badass. And it's like I just don't like that. That's the sort of feeling I get. But yeah, let me know if like Aquaman's your favorite. Let me know what you think of the casting of Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I want to know your guys' thoughts on that. Ezra Miller, I'm iffy on as well. He definitely looks a lot better because at first when they cast him, I thought, oh no. The only reason they cast him is because they want an Ezra Miller looking type to play the character because Ezra Miller originally, like the first thing I saw of him was like when he had like this beard, long hair, and lipstick, and I was like, okay, obviously Barry Allen won't have lipstick, but if they have him have the stupid long hair, like I just don't want hobo Barry Allen. And then he does look a bit more like the part, and we'll see how it goes. I still want a blonde Barry Allen. Like I don't. A lot of people are like, oh, how come you're fine with like this casting, but not this casting? I don't like Grant Gustin as Barry Allen either. I don't think he's a good Barry Allen. I don't think he's a good actor. He does not make me like the character of Barry Allen. I want to say that the Flash show is good, but I don't like Grant Gustin as Barry Allen. So to all those people who be like, oh, you don't like Ezra Miller, but you like Grant Gustin, I don't like Grant Gustin. I don't think he's good as the Flash. Anyways, yeah. He doesn't look the part. We'll see how. Definitely think he can pull off the part though, because Ezra Miller is a really good actor. His voice in the trailer was a little. I felt like he kind of went too nerdy, like I don't have friends. I'm a smart guy. Gotta put this voice on. I didn't care for that voice. But we'll see. Gal Gadot, everything I've seen her in, she's a bad actress. Like everything, 999, terrible. Fast and Furious, terrible. Batman v Superman, she had a few. Granted, she only had a few lines. Like, she had like half of Superman's lines, because Superman had like no lines. But anyways, she had a few lines, and some of them, like, it was 50-50. Some were, okay, not bad. Some were, like, super wooden. And again, her past filmography has not impressed me at all. She's just not, I mean, not that, I'm not judging her by the films. I'm judging her by how her performance was in the films. For instance, Ewan McGregor, episode 2, for instance, that is an awful movie, but his performance in that movie is great. Gal Gadot has been in really bad movies, but her performance has been bad in those movies as well. And then Ray Fisher, I think he looks the part, but I haven't seen him in anything, so who knows. I think his casting could be good, though. We'll find out about that. So yeah, happy that Joe Manganiello, they finally got a character, well, an actor that can act and looks the part. That's just the key things. That's what I want, and they got it. They got a guy who looks like Deathstroke, and he can act. So I'm happy about this casting, and yeah, please let me know in the comments below what do you think of Deathstroke being the villain. Granted, that doesn't mean he's going to be the only villain in the Batman movie. Like, we could have a bunch more doing whatever, but please let me know in the comments below what do you think about him being one of the villains in the Batman movie, or the primary villain, and also what do you think of the casting of Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I've been so alone ever since I left the tribe. That's just how it goes, cause I like the lonely vibe. But they'll never know, cause I'm always on my grind.